So this is week 5 for our discussion post. See if we can say words. This week talked about having like how to see the characters portrayed to the audience, like their the thought behind them and why they are doing the things that they do. We kind of go back to a return to the vision about what message we want the audience to take away, and we also talked about diction, how the words that are used and how they are said, as well as producing the play. So I really enjoy character creation, especially like helping the kids come up with character creation, and having them find the why. Why is this character doing this thing? I think one of the examples I gave is like, okay, there's these outside circumstances. Is it hot outside? Like, could that be part of the reason why the character just like lost his mind and started yelling at everybody because it's hot and like somebody slammed a door, so now he's screaming? Like, all of those are reasons why a character might do something, and that informs how the actor is going to portray it. One of the things I really found interesting was the diction. That is something that the children struggle with, mostly because they rush. The author said, when it was talking about diction, they're like, an unfortunate reality is just solution is having them slow down. For high school students specifically, slowing down is the reality of what they need to do, because they have a bad habit of rushing because they get excited or they get nervous. So having them slow down so that they can actually say the words that are written in the script, hopefully in the correct order, and slowing down so that like they're actually able to be understood, is a key thing that the kids need to learn. One of the things I said to them a lot was, I'm like, listen, it's going to sound like you are talking so very slow. It's going to sound like you're talking too slow. I promise you, you are not. You're probably speaking at a normal pace at this point. It just doesn't feel that way. Slow down. So that is something that is important to kind of pay attention to, especially when you're talking to children. I really liked the example of Riders of the Waves. I already forgot the name of the play. But before I had even gone to the next page and looked at the caption and said, like, oh, this is actually based in Ireland, I could hear the brogue just in the writing, and I thought that was a very interesting thing, is that like, even though text doesn't necessarily convey emotion and intent very well, if you're using the right kind of meter and words that are being used, you can still gain those pieces of information that might not be explicitly said in the text. The last thing that was talked about was the production of a show, because let's be honest, if there is no audience, there is no money, and without any money, it's really hard to put on a show. So they talked about flyers, doing a press release, which is not something that I had thought of, and I think we're going to do that this year. As far as flyers were concerned, like, we put QR codes. I'm actually going to have the kids make a maybe like a mini website or like a mini like teaser video. The kids do use social media to promote their stuff. Like, I think we have an Instagram page. I don't have access to it. I get to look at it. I should probably do something about that in the near future. But so far, everything is well. I actually just remembered that they have a social media thing, something I need to address. But like having them do a tiny commercial spot, like I know the owner and one of the DJs at a local radio station, so something I'm thinking about doing is like perhaps having the kids write and make a mini commercial based on like their characters that they're playing and have them promote it that way. The cameo idea was really interesting. That's going to be something that I'm going to try and implement, even if it's just like a walk-on role for like 30 seconds in the very beginning of the show. I feel like I could probably talk my principal into that, as long as he is not preoccupied by basketball. But other than that, yeah, week 5.